910 at 910 a.m. on 910 a.m. The new generation of talk radio is coming.
Anyone who gets on the show from here on in gets a free copy of Banned in Britain, if you can name the book. It's available only on michaelsavage.com. Rare, limited, beautiful hardcover edition. And by the way, if you own a business and you want to buy multiple copies, there are special deals out there for the first printing, first edition. And I mean it. That's it. That's the story. Mississippi, Patty, you're on the Savage Nation. Go ahead, please.
This is exactly the type of speech they're trying to ban. Is everything that you've said. You have so brilliantly encapsulated the whole web of deceit that's running through our government right now. It is just brilliant. It would be great if you could just edit this whole hour and then just replay the prime cuts for your speech in Washington.
Patty, let me ask you something. Let me ask a question. Which country would ban Michael Savage from the radio? Name the countries that would not permit me to be on the air.
Venezuela. Let's see. Probably.
No, it goes without saying. Yeah, Venezuela, sure. Chavez, a good buddy of Hillary Clinton and Obama, because they back Chavez in opposing democracy in Honduras. Forget the fact that the people threw the bum out in Honduras. Yes, Venezuela would close down the radio stations, ban Michael Savage. Iran certainly would ban Michael Savage, put him in a torture chamber for speaking his mind. We don't have to mention the other despotic nations. They're a given, but amongst so-called Western nations, which nations would ban my speech? You wouldn't believe it happened in Britain. Would you believe it?
Never.
What is the Labor government so afraid of that they don't want Michael Savage to speak? What do they fear so much? Exactly what I did in the last hour. Did I say hurt anybody once? Did I, Patty?
No, not at all.
Did I say hurt anybody once? Did I say anything derogatory about anyone's race, religion, or sexual orientation? No. So therefore, what's so dangerous about what I did in the last 2 hours on this show? I exposed the corruption. I exposed the corruption in the government on both sides of the aisle, didn't I?
Let me just add one more. Bush was president when Sandy Burglar stole documents from the National Archive and got a slap on the wrist.
That's right.
That in and of itself.
That's right. So now you understand why when the New Yorker covered me in a profile, they called me Michael Savage Party of One. I mean, that's the truth. He hit the nail on the head. Patty, name the book and I'll give you a free copy.
Banned in Britain.
Bingo! Patty has a good memory. San Diego. Larry, you're up next. Go ahead, please.
Dr. Michael, the people out here, I'm a cab driver, and the people from across the country are so confused what's going on. They don't want the health care. They're afraid what's going on, what they're doing to our military. They're wondering what's going to happen with our military. I mean, he's giving up all these things without using the Senate. I mean, it's total crazy.
Do you know what happened today? He was made chairman of the Security Council at the United Nations today, and the first agenda item is a non-nuclear treaty. So, in other words, he wants to deball and defang the United States of America before the world. Do you have any idea what's going on in front of our eyes?
Scaring everybody. Scaring the hell out of everybody.
Larry, how could a man who was anti-war, anti-military, anti-gun, anti-Second Amendment, who could not pass an FBI security clearance to become an FBI agent, how could he be president and commander-in-chief? How is that possible?
This was planned a long time ago. That's why McCain was put in instead of Romney. A lot of things were done. That's our country.
Thank you. Larry, I've always said that it's the average man who's going to save America because he knows more about the country than the white-collar frauds on Wall Street, for example, or the politician, the political class. Name the book, Larry, and you get a free copy sent out when it's ready.
Banned in Britain.
Thank you. It's on everybody's lips because they want a free book. I'm going to go through the callers right now. 1-800-449-8255. Visit me online at michaelsavage.com. Texas, Perry, great call. Go ahead, please. You've been waiting a long time. Go ahead, my good friend.
Yes, sir.
Perry.
Ban one, ban all. If a sovereign nation decides to ban one of our citizens, that is a great wrong, and it's a greater wrong when our elected officials, our media, our citizens don't stand up and support the citizen that's been wronged. And I think we need to do that, or we will all be singing Reverend Niemöller's lament.
Oh, my God. Well, what you're saying is when the Danes, when the Nazis took over Denmark, they made the Jews wear a gold star, right? A yellow star. And the Danish king came out with a yellow star on his sleeve and said, "We are all Jews." Remember that?
Yes.
And that was so that the Nazis couldn't easily identify and pick off the Jew. So you're saying is that there should be a petition circulated in America with thousands of people saying to Britain, "Ban me too." Is that what you're suggesting, Perry?
Yes, sir. Ban all of us.
Well, Perry, you know what? Maybe that's a good citizens movement. Sign a petition to be banned in Britain. What a great idea. And send it to the government. That's a great idea, Perry. I owe you very deeply. I hope someone picks up on that. Maybe we'll put it up on Facebook or Twitter or whatever. But, Perry, let me send you a free copy of the book Banned in Britain when it comes out. That's an amazing idea. What if tens of thousands of Americans signed a petition that said to the British government, because you have taken a sovereign American citizen of a sovereign American nation, a member of the media who you've lied about and distorted, and you've banned them from your country, ban me too. We are all savage. That would be nice. That would be a heck of a movement. You talk about a Tea Party movement. But look, that's up to you. There's only so much I can do or I want to do. Go to michaelsavage.com, check out the stories. Look forward to tomorrow when I will be depressed because today I was manic. And since manic is followed by depression, the sine curve of life, expect a different show tomorrow completely. Very flat, very ordinary, very much like what you normally hear. Two-dimensional, sometimes one-dimensional, but good anyway. Even in one dimension, it's more deeply interesting.
Savage. Michael Savage.
Well, here we are after Labor Day, and I'm still banned in Britain, banned by Fox and banned by the Alphabet channels. But I have some good news. I was invited. Well, first of all, let me start at the top. I was surprised over the weekend to learn of a conference coming up in the Congressional Auditorium in Washington, D.C. on October 27th called the International Legal Conference on Freedom of Speech and Religion, presented by the International Free Press Society, the Liberty Legal Project, and the Center for Security Policy. What was amazing is the people who are speaking exactly about a situation such as this: hate speech laws, hate crime laws, insult laws, blasphemy laws, and so on. The conference is aimed at attorneys, members of the press and the media, etc. And when I told the attorney, Ann Fishman, who was the head of the Liberty Legal Project, that I was interested in attending, she said, "Michael, I'm a big fan of yours. Would you accept the honor of being the keynote speaker?" And I did. And I don't do speeches, but I'm going to do this one because this is important. Although I may be banned in Britain, and although I may be banned on Fox News, which is really sad when you think about it, I'm not banned amongst the attorneys who understand what's at stake here. They know what's at stake. So this is very good news. In fact, coming to the conference is Lord Malcolm Pearson, a member of Parliament in the United Kingdom in the House of Lords. These people were deeply involved in inviting Geert Wilders to the United Kingdom. And so I'm really honored. I'm going to be there October 27th, and I'll tell my audience much more about it. What's in the news, Beowulf?
Barney Frank, Representative Barney Frank, is interested in capping his political career, apparently, as a member of President Obama's cabinet. So now he's...
In what capacity? Department of what? Clownology? How about Secretary of Rhetoric? Secretary of the Big Charade. The guy is a total and absolute disaster. He should be in an orange jumpsuit. But so should many of the individuals in the Obama cabinet. You know that Van Jones is out.
That's right.
The Green Czar. The very, very, very strange Van Jones appointment. He never filled out the questionnaire. No FBI clearance. But there's over 30 other czars, so-called, in the United States of America, with no congressional oversight, running rampant inside the White House, advising the imposter, Obama. How is that possible, Beowulf? Who do you think is next on the list of czars who's going to be investigated? There are people inside every department. I notice also that gold is rising, the dollar is collapsing. The UN wants to replace the dollar with a global currency. Could you imagine bureaucrats from Nairobi and bureaucrats from China and bureaucrats from Belgium manipulating this currency, this new currency. What's worrying me is that there's somebody behind all of this. He's a money trader. He put Obama in office, and he's not being investigated. He wants to break the dollar. He knows that he who controls the currency controls the people. There's one man behind all of this. He is the most evil man in the world. He's Dr. Evil himself. Why is the FBI not investigating this? Could that be why the CIA is under attack by Nancy Pelosi? Maybe they know something about this, and they wanted to pull the investigation.